Welcome to Absolut Drinks with Rico. I'm Rico, and today we're making a classic drink. One of the best, and a drink that everyone always asks for. This is the whiskey sour. That Aquafaba really gives the drink some good heavy body. The whiskey is perfectly blended with the sugar and with the lemon juice to mellow out all those flavors so you can sip it slowly. If you like all these recipes, don't forget, give us a like, because we need it. It's gonna really help out the channel. And don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button, because that also helps us out. Shout out Jameson's, we're gonna show you how to do videos right now. So let's get into this, the whiskey sour. Now, I've made sours before and I've spoken about one in particular ingredient. We're not gonna be using any egg white today, we're gonna be using Aquafaba. And again, a lot of people are gonna be asking, what the hell is Aquafaba? Aquafaba is quite simply, it's the cooking liquid from cooking chickpeas. It is a vegan, dairy-free egg alternative. It does have a bit of a funky smell, so the best way to actually get your Aquafaba is just to make it yourself. And how do you make it? Very simply, wait there. First of all, you wanna buy some dried chickpeas. Get your dried chickpeas, and what you wanna do is you go camera 2. Just like when you're cooking them, soak your chickpeas in water overnight. That's gonna hydrate them, and that's gonna get them back from being dry to being nice little legumes, or however you say it. Once you've let these soak overnight, strain off, get rid of all the water that's inside. That's the soaking liquid, we do not want that. Next up, you wanna cook and drain your chickpeas. Cook your chickpeas until they are soft and ready to go. That now means you have a whole load of chickpeas. This is the beauty of making Aquafaba. If you make Aquafaba, you then have to make hummus. If you make hummus, you then get the opportunity to make Aquafaba. It's a double-edged sword that saves the world, so you're welcome, guys. So once you've got this done, put these to one side. Once those are cooked, you want to strain off all the chickpeas. That's going to leave you with the cooking liquid. Then put that cooking liquid back on heat, and you want to reduce it by half. Then you're gonna have Aquafaba. The reason why this works is because the complex proteins that you find in egg white, you will also find in beans and in bean cooking liquid. All those proteins end up in here, and once you reduce them, you have that same effect. I could whip this right now, and it's gonna end up being like a meringue. Into a nice little jar. Don't think this is just for cocktails. This is perfectly good as a vegan and dairy-free substitute for eggs when you are doing baking. Don't try and make like omelets with it. It's not that type of egg substitute, okay? Just bacon and drinks. Keep it bacon and drinks. So, it's a shake and drink. So let's get into it. We're gonna take the small part of our shaker and start to build our drink in here. So, cheapest ingredients first. We want 10 mils of egg white, so we're gonna do exactly the same. We're gonna do 10 mils of Aquafaba per drink. So I'm gonna put 20 mils straight in. Next up, we want some sugar syrup in there, and we also want 20 mils per drink. So let's go straight in. If you don't know how to make simple syrup, don't forget, check the simple syrup video. So there we go, 40 mil. And what else makes a sour, guys? Sour fruit. So, we want 30 mils per drink of lemon juice. And don't forget, whenever you use these juicers, always give it a squeeze, but always tip out the side, just in case there's any in there. So there we go, we've got 50 mil, and then we just need a nice little 10 to get that to 60 mil. Beautiful. Next up, beautiful Irish whiskey, Jameson's, the industry standard to Irish whiskey. So we want 45 mils of that good Irish whiskey going straight in. We're gonna treat this exactly like egg white. We're gonna do a dry shake and a wet shake. However, you know me, I like to do my wet shake first and dry shake second. So let's get into it. The reason for this is we really wanna emulsify the proteins in there to get that texture really velvety, really thick, really creamy, and a nice head. So I'm gonna start with some ice. And all we're gonna do on this first wet shake is just shake to chill. can tell now, because of the condensation, we've got a nice chill. Next up, we want to strain all the ice out, so off we go. I'm going to get rid of the ice now. And as you can see, we've already got a nice froth, just like if egg white was in there. So now, just to give it a bit of extra emulsification, we're just going to shake with no ice. Beautiful, beautiful. There we go. Now there's many ways to serve a whiskey sour. Some people like it straight up. Some people like it on the rocks. Let's do both. So we're gonna ice up the glass, ice up that rocks glass. Now we don't have to fine strain because we've already strained all the ice out, and we did that little dry shake afterwards, so any little bits of ice would have melted already. Give it a little swirl, and we're gonna go straight in. And then for the straight up, as you can see, the Aquafaba has reacted exactly like egg white, giving us that rich, thick, creamy, velvety texture and that nice little head. When it's on the rocks, I like to do some lemon zest because that is my go-to always. And we're gonna take a little pip. We're gonna put the cherry in there, zest over it, and in we go. And then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3 little drops. Got 3 little drops on there, and then we just go. And it's supposed to look like love hearts, but it didn't work. But that's fine, because sometimes life gives you lemons and you make whiskey sours, so don't stress about it. Let's give it a whirl. You know, the first time the whiskey sour was ever written and published was 1862, and there's a reason why people are still drinking it today, because it's fantastic. One of the best variations of a sour you can get. It's not as intense as just a neat whiskey, which is also delicious. That, guys, is a better whiskey sour video than Jameson's. This has been Absolut Drinks with Rico. I'm Rico and I'm out.